Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to set up your Asic miner today. Well, there are still many people who are new to crypto mining and they often ask me to help them with the setup of an Asic miner. So that's why I'm doing this video right now, to give you a quick understanding of how to set up your miner by yourself in like under 10 minutes. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use an ice river case 3M, which you can basically apply to almost all other miners on the market. And the first question, of course, which comes up is, what do we actually need for the setup? Well, what we need is to have the power supply, which is already integrated in this model, and the power cable, of course. And next to that, we need to have an internet connection. Many people often ask me if you need a high-speed internet connection in that moment. And in short, the answer is no, you don't need that. What we need is an Ethernet cable if you don't have a Wi-Fi integration in that miner, and if you have like 4 or 5 miners running at the same time, or even more miners, you're probably going to need an Ethernet switch, which basically allows you to connect more than 4 or 5 Ethernet cables in that moment. And next to the hardware parts, we need to have a crypto wallet, because your mined coins, they need to go somewhere. And also we need to do the setup with a mining pool. And for the crypto wallet, you can use many different exchanges like Binance or KuCoin, but you can also use platforms like crypto.com or Revolut, for example, which allow you to use your mined coins and spend it immediately via credit card. For this, I have shared a link with you down here in the description, where you can just download the app and spend your mined coins via credit card. So why don't we get started? So here we have our Ice River Case 3M. All we need to do now is to take our Ethernet cable, which is connected directly to our Ethernet switch, or maybe directly to your router in your case, and we will just plug it in here to have the proper internet connection. And then we have the power cable, which goes directly into the power supply. And all we need to do now is to switch on this device by switching on the power button here on the power supply. And here we go. Now this machine is running and we can continue with the software setup.
So now we need to find the IP address of that miner in our network in order to log into the dashboard of that device. For this we have many different softwares that we can use. One of the most popular ones are Angry IP Scanner or Advanced IP Scanner. In my case, I'm using the Angry IP Scanner, which is also supported for Mac devices. So we need to be connected with our laptop or computer with the same network as our miner, and once we are into our IP scanner, we can just click on Start Scan and it immediately starts looking for all the IP addresses in this network. And as you can already see here, it finds a few IP addresses that are visible in my network. So now I just need to find the IP address of that device and just copy that IP into our internet browser. And once you find the right IP address, you can also give it a name, so you don't need to look for the right IP number every time. So in order to log in, we have a default username and a password for this Ice River miner, which is admin for the username and 12345678 for the password, which you can change anytime after you log into the miner. So once we are logged in, we can see the dashboard of our miner, which will show you the current hash rate and also your connected mining pool address, which we will do in the moment. Then you have your mining settings here on the left sidebar, your IP settings where you can change the IP address, your user settings for changing your admin and password, and your firmware upgrade section. However, the most important section we need for now is the mining settings in order to set up this miner and make it run. So once we click on mining settings, we can see that we need a pool address here and a wallet worker name, and I will show you now where to get this info to set up your pool. So in this example, I will use the EMCD mining pool as it is very user-friendly, great for starters, and gives you usually higher payouts compared to other pools. You can download the EMCD pool on your computer, and they also provide an app for your phone to check your daily mining profits. I've shared the link for you here, which gives you a 20% discount for the first 2 weeks on pool fees. So from your dashboard, choose the coin you are mining, which is Casper in our case, and just click on Connect. Choose a region which is closest to you, which is Europe in my case, and then you just need to copy the Stratum address. They also offer a backup address in the case the main address is not working correctly, and after you've done that, you just need to copy the worker name from the mining pool and paste it into the miner settings of your miner's dashboard. Then the most important thing, of course, are your payouts and settings, which can be found right here, where you can check your earnings and enter your wallet address to receive your mined coins. So now we are inside of our miner again, and we can already see here that the miner starts showing hashing results, but not for us, as iServer has a default mining pool setup which we want to delete at that moment, and at our own pool info. So now we go to our mining settings, and we can see here that the pool addresses and worker names are still filled with iServer's information, so we need to delete all the pool info from iServer, and after we have done that, we can paste our own Stratum address from our own mining pool into the pool address field right here, and also add our worker, which is info75 in my case, plus the dot. Please don't forget the dot in between, and then I can name it case 3M1 for example, and the password field is optional. Then we can also add the backup address right here with the same worker name, and this is it. We can leave the fan speed at 100%, and the mode can stay normal. And this is pretty much it. Now we have to save everything, and now we have set up our miner. So we can see that the operation succeeded, and we can go back to our miner's dashboard to see the results. So as you can see here, we have our EMCD mining pool connected, plus our worker name, so that's a success. And right below, you can see the 3 hash boards of that miner with the hashing rate for each board, and the temperature is also visible right next to each hash board. And finally, right below, we can see the fan speed of our miner.
So I hope this video was useful and you have a better understanding now of how to set up the miner by yourself. Just a quick note, please make sure that your place provides the right amount of voltage for your ASIC miner. Because, for example, in European households, you have a voltage of around 230, whereas in the US, for example, it's usually around 120, where you're going to need a so-called transformer, which lets you run miners also, which require more power. If you have any more questions regarding this setup of an ASIC miner, please feel free to ask, and we are always more than happy to help.